Welcome to Magoosh Vocabulary Wednesday, and I am Chris. How are you? Well, I'm doing good because I got some crazy tough words for you today. How do we know they're crazy tough? This sounds so subjective. Well, we have this newfangled fancy algorithm that allows us to figure out how many people know words and don't know words. And this all comes from our flashcard app. So what we found is that there are some GRE words, like elaborate, kind of a GRE word, that many people know, maybe upwards of 50%. And then there's some at the way other end of the spectrum. Only 2 or 3% of people know what these words mean. So what I did is I went there and took those really tough words nobody knew, and I made them part of Vocab Wednesday, starting with venality. People read this and just have no idea what it means. Well, it comes from venal. To be venal is to be open to corruption and bribery. So venality is simply bribery and corruption. So for instance, the World Cup is coming up soon. Woo, fun. And so we're watching our country, the one we're cheering for, is playing, and the other team does something totally egregious, something wrong, and they get away with it. The ref doesn't call anything. But then the ref starts making calls against our team. What's going on? It was actually interesting that FIFA, the soccer federation, there were charges of corruption or venality. That means soccer referees were getting paid money to make bad calls. Hopefully they've cleaned that up and we can expect a fun World Cup. No more venality. Boom! Prevaricate. You look at it, you're like, well, how hard can that be? It's pre's before varicate, like vary, things change. So prevaricate is you change before, or you're varied, and then you're completely lost because roots aren't going to help you. Prevaricate simply means to lie, to be misleading, to not tell the truth. Think of politicians backed up against the wall. They've been found out. Reporters are asking them questions, and instead of answering directly, what does the politician do? He or she prevaricates. They tell outright lies because they don't want to tell the truth. So big words, but they don't really mean that complex of things. I think that's important to note. Such as parochial. You look at this, it's like PAROCHIAL. What is that, like a large animal with 5 legs? No. I mean, scary sounding words, but what they mean, not too complex. Someone who's parochial is narrow-minded. They've grown up in the same area, really. They haven't really broadened their views. And so, again, they're narrow-minded, narrow outlook. The opposite of someone who's traveled a lot and read many books and been to, different universities and studied everywhere. Their view is going to be much larger. So I'm guessing if you're taking the GRE, probably not the parochial or narrow-minded type. Finally, calumny. What does this word mean? One of the hardest words we have. Well, calumny, all it means is slander. We all know what slander is. You say nasty, malicious, oftentimes untrue things about somebody. And that is what calumny means. It doesn't mean anything more. It's not like slander that has suddenly become really bad. There's no nuance to these words. Well, there is a little bit, but the main point is they're very difficult, but the definitions are pretty standard. And just like that, I will see you next week.